Good afternoon. My name is Sabrina. I will be your social worker for today. I want to start off by asking you some questions on what brings you in today. Can I start by getting your name?
Yeah, my name is Enzo Rodriguez.
Nice to meet you, Enzo. The next couple of questions might be a little personal. You let me know at any point if you feel uncomfortable answering some of these questions. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Perfect. Are you married or in a relationship?
I actually am currently in a 4-year relationship.
Do you guys live together?
Yeah, she lives with me.
Nice. And what is the highest education attainment that you have achieved?
It's a little personal, but high school diploma.
And do you know where that high school diploma was obtained, the name of your high school?
Yeah, Monrovia High School.
Okay, thank you. And then the occupation that you currently have, and what is the position that you obtained there?
Um, can you say that question one more time for me?
The occupation that you have, and what is the position you obtained there?
I work for the County of Los Angeles, and I am a deputy sheriff.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And what brings you in now rather than earlier?
What do you mean by that question?
So, what is your reasoning for being here getting services?
What is my reason for having therapy sessions?
Mm-hmm.
Self improvement.
You came for self improvement. Well,
Mm-hmm.
what would you like to self improve?
Just all around, being more in touch with myself, understanding where problems that I have in my life stem from, and getting the ability to work on those things within myself prior than or instead of blaming others for those issues.
Okay, so would you say that your main concerns are addressing?
Issues that I can't see in myself yet.
Okay. And when did you realize that these issues became a concern for you?
I have not, and that's why I'm in a therapy session, hoping being able to talk to someone who does this for a profession is able to analyze what I go through on a daily basis and tell me this is something that I should focus on or address in my own life.
Was it your decision to come and receive services? Is my question.
I was recommended
Okay.
by peers and by my partner.
So, do you think that other people saw these issues and then it became a concern for you?
No, I feel that my peers and specifically my partner uses this as a method to self improve and recommended to be the best version of myself, this would be a tool to use.
Perfect. And what do you think was happening during this time for you with those relationships? I know you mentioned your partner and you mentioned other relationships that you were having going on. Do you think that there were more arguments in your relationship?
What do you mean this time?
Like during these periods of time where you feel like your communication was lacking, during that time.
No, I never said my communication was lacking. I stated that I'm coming to these sessions as a form of self improvement because other people use it and I want to see if it works for me.
Okay. And do you notice any triggers or anything that might make you feel better or worse?
Yeah, so when I'm overwhelmed or stressed or have any problem in life, things that make me feel good, that's kind of what you're asking.
Mm.
Religion. I pray, I go to church, I worship, I listen to music, worship music, praise on the way to work. That helps me.
Do you set aside time to pray, or do you just, like, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, you just stop for a second and start to pray?
Um, I feel like I fit that time in whenever I can. So if I'm feeling stressed and I'm at work, I can't stop working. However, maybe on my drive back home, I take that moment to put on worship music and relieve whatever I was going through in that moment, so that I don't have to bring it in my house.
Has it ever become overpowering to the point where you couldn't wait to put it to the side? Like when you feel those moments of being overwhelmed or stressed, do you feel like it can usually wait till you get off of work?
Yeah, I've never struggled with like a panic attack or anything. Like I guess that's what you're referring to, where like people explode their emotion all of a sudden. This is more of a, hey, today was hard. Let me pray about it on work. Hey, I need to get this done. God help me with it. Hey, um, this is a goal I really want to achieve. Let me pray that, I get blessed regarding that.
So it's more manageable for you.
Yeah.
Do you notice? I know you mentioned that it doesn't come to you as like panic attacks, but do you feel like this can affect any daily tasks for you, whether at work, relationships, your sleep?
No.
Okay, perfect. And I know you mentioned ways that you cope and resolve these issues on your own is usually by praying or going to church. Is there any other coping mechanisms that you use?
Music. I really love worship music. I feel like that pretty much gives me like an out of body experience where everything else is kind of, I don't need to deal with X, Y, and Z because that's not the biggest problem in life. Like anything can be handled.
Do you usually feel like when you're having an issue and then you either pray or you listen to worship music that it resolves that for you, or whatever you're feeling? I wouldn't say issue, whatever stressful situation that you're going through, do you feel like it becomes resolved after you pray?
No, so I don't feel like it resolves it. However, like if I were to have an issue or I'm feeling stressed or something bothered me at work and I use prayer or worship as a coping mechanism, it doesn't resolve the issue, it doesn't get rid of the stress, or it doesn't um, remove the issue at hand, but it makes the issue less big, I guess I could say. Like at that moment, if it's too big of an issue for myself to manage, worship music makes it manageable, puts it in a place where I go, hey, you know what? I can deal with that now. That's not as big as I thought it was.
So it helps you kind of see the situation in a different viewpoint from where you started. So from where you started, it seems like it was a problem that you wouldn't be able to
I'll put,
overcome.
if the issue is something, let's just, I don't have this issue, but let's say the issue is financial. Hey, I need to get X, Y, and Z done, and I don't have the funds, and I'm stressed over it. Worship music would maybe put me in a headspace of, you know what, I can do this, this, and this. It's gonna be hard work, but I can get it done. It changes my,
Perspective.
yeah, like it's less of dread, and now it gives me a little more hope or a little more drive. It just overall makes it feel easier.
Good. Is there any other coping mechanisms that you have?
I vent to coworkers.
Do you feel like that is helpful for you?
Mm, wouldn't say it's helpful, but it's easy.
Because of the job that you do, because of your
No, because
occupation.
everyone deals with the same stuff, I feel.
Perfect. I love that you have that support system. Do you have any prior mental health diagnosis or hospitalizations?
Uh, I don't. No one in my family does. However, my partner, we're pretty sure she's being diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Why do you say that?
She has 100 personalities.
Oh, and how do you deal with those 100 personalities?
I pray about it.
Oh, that's amazing for her.
Hmm.
Do you have any history of suicidal or homicidal thoughts?
No.
Okay. Is anybody in your family have a history of mental health issues?
No.
Perfect. Do you have any current or past medical conditions like injuries, allergies, or illnesses?
I tore my ACL and MCL and meniscus in one day.
Oh. And how did you deal with that?
Like anyone, I got surgery and went to physical therapy.
Okay. And are you still going to therapy for that?
No.
Was it a painful process?
Super.
And do you remember what caused that injury?
Yeah. I went to an arcade for my son's birthday, and my partner was so focused on the children's games on by herself that she wasn't paying attention to our child, and our child ran at me full speed, and in order to save him I had to injure myself in an effort to make sure that he was okay, and I did what I had to do.
Did that cause any resentment in your relationship?
No, that didn't cause resentment. Resentment, I guess, came from the fact that I went through the surgery, went to the hospital, everything on my own, and she treated me like it was just a minor boo. Like, get over that crap, you know. She could be rough like that.
How long was the recovery process?
Over a year.
And did you go? You said you went to physical therapy for that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get any mental health services during that time?
No, that's a physical issue.
Yeah, but it can affect
Are you
your.
trying to tell me?
I feel like a injury like that can affect your mental health because you're not as physically active. I'm sure you're already in the academy or already working patrol at that time. So your life does a 360 and you're not capable of walking during that
When I was in
time.
the jail, so we really didn't do anything, period. So that didn't change. I guess I can see where it would affect people mentally if, like, they were athletes and then they have to use, a certain part of their body every day, and then there's, like, I would call it like a ghost injury. It's when your body's fully healed, however, you still, like, crutch it or don't use it at 100% because you're in fear of the injury again. But no, I've been in foot pursuits, fights, everything. I use my knee to.
Were you taking any medications?
No, I stayed off all meds. I
Why
did
is
not
that?
use any meds. Just because I've seen so many people get addicted to drugs and narcotics and like that, and I wasn't in a lot of pain, so, like, pain that I can manage. So I was like, I'm good. I don't need it.
And when was your last physical exam with your primary care provider for that?
For that, for my knee was probably a month and a half ago, and I'm going again this upcoming Wednesday.
And did they have any concerns?
No.
Perfect. Do you have any current or past substance usage?
Never. Been sober my whole life.
Good for you.
What about you?
I've never used substances. Thank you for asking. And do you have any family history of your family members using substances?
Nope.
Do you have a good support system?
Yep.
Who would you say is a part of that support system?
My family, my friends, my son.
Any past or current legal issues?
Nope.
Any current safety concerns for at home or at work?
Nope.
Perfect. What are your key relationships in your life that influence your well-being?
Me and my relationship with Christ.
Why would you say that that's a key relationship for you?
Well, if you listened.
I did. I know some of your reasonings,
Then I
but
don't need to repeat myself.
do you have like the influence on your well-being? Do you feel like what other aspects of your life does that influence, like healthy relationships
Oh,
for
okay.
you?
What other aspects does that relationship affect in my life?
Yes.
I would be a menace to society without religion. I feel like I went into law enforcement because of Christ, because I was like, oh, there's a good and a bad, and I want to be on the good side. Without that, I feel like I'd be a menace to society. I'd be robbing banks. I'd be behind bars for sure. I'd face tattoos by now, couple bodies. By bodies I mean dead bodies. Like I'd be a straight, yeah, I'd be menace to society. There'd be a documentary on Netflix regarding my partner, and it would be like how I survived living with, and then it'd be me, and it'd be bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm glad you have that positive influence on your life.
Mm-hmm.
And who would you say you rely on for emotional support other than your religious support?
I'd say I'd rely on me. Yeah.
How do you rely on yourself for emotional support?
Iron sharpens iron, and I'm the best person I know. So
So if you have a
type shit.
problem, you go to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you hope to gain from these services?
Maybe I hope to gain the ability to rely on others instead of just myself. I hope to gain a better understanding or ability to cope with things, so that I can use multiple outlets to cope instead of just the one or two that I've grown up with. Um, and then overall, just a better relationship in every part of my life. Better home life, better work life balance, better work relationships. Um, yeah.
Perfect. So my next question would have been, when you envision your life changing over the next couple of months, I'm sure you would respond with relying on others, coping with coping with different outlets, and then having a better home life balance and work balance. Is that what you would envision for yourself for the next couple of months? Working on those things?
Yeah, I'd envision all that. I'd envision learning maybe like communication skills here, how to express maybe in the moment instead of pausing and just continuing throughout the day, and then taking my own time to cope with something. Maybe being able to say in that moment, communicate like, hey, I did not like what just happened, or hey, this was a big deal, and express it either with my coworkers or my partner in that moment, along with the original coping mechanisms that I already have. Um, Specifically regarding my immediate circle, my family, my partner, my work, things like that.
So just, yes, we would not be canceling out what you already feel as healthy coping mechanisms. We would just include different coping mechanisms for different situations of your life. So is there anything else that you would like to work on?
No.
I appreciate you for taking the time to respond to my questions. I know that some of these questions can be difficult to respond to. I look forward to working with you in the near future. After all the information that you gave me, we'll create a treatment plan, some short-term goals, long-term goals for you, and then you can let me know if we need to adjust any of those things.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.